James Gunn's entire DC universe that he's doing is a giant woke bait and switch. It's been this way the entire time. I called it out with Superman, and Peacemaker Season 2 is doing almost exactly the same thing. Now, this Season 2 opens up with John Cena having a full frontal orgy. Yes, with men involved as well. It's gay. While he has like this drug bender of cocaine and things like that. And it's like, okay, cool. You just ruined another hero in DC Comics, another classic hero whose whole like mantra is that he's a pacifist. It's an interesting concept that's pretty wholesome. And they took it and turned it degenerate. Why? So they could have a TV MA on HBO Max. And I'm going to get the critics down below who are going to go, it says it's MA, so it's mature. You know that. It's like, no, mature doesn't mean you just end up a degenerate thing. And that's where our whole society's gone, and it just gone way off the rails and pushed into completely woke territory all the way around, which is why we need a new comic medium and a new comic society and a new comic community that's actually going to be fighting against this and doing something different. We are building that over here, my friends. So please hit the like and subscribe button and join us as we talk about all things in comics. I have my own comic going. This is my Substack for comics right here. And I'm posting up Flying Sparks one page at a time for you to read. We're all the way into issue 4. You have a lot of reading you can do for absolutely for free, because webcomics is really a much healthier spot than Marvel and DC. Marvel and DC are companies that are riddled with left-wing politics. These are extreme activists all the way from the comic writers up to the James Gunn level of the companies, and they're trying to just voice this kind of stuff on you. I'm going to be talking about how James Gunn's doing that today, and if you, like my vision on how we could have a different comic book sort of out there and real heroes that aren't degenerate and the like, check this out, guys. This is in the description below. Sign up, and if you want to do a paid subscription, actually support what I'm doing and support all the creation of my comics. I have a ton of comics. I've probably spent $60,000-$70,000 on comic art this year, guys, which I'm building up as we're going to be building a wonderful, wonderful deal going forward. And I want to make sure that you are in on that as of now. And of course, if you want to help me on the background, you can do a paid subscription on here too. I've got exclusive comics here as well for paid subscribers that are, again, just only for the paid subscribers. Nobody else is reading this right now. And I appreciate you guys for being here. And yes, we have 1,000 subscribers on here. So thanks for signing up and getting involved in comics, guys. We're going to make comics great again, and I appreciate you being here. All right, that's in the description below. And I also have a web store if you want to get some physical books, because I know a lot of people like physical. They're all there for you to check out if you prefer to read that way. All right. So, so James Gunn's vision for DC has reached new degenerate lows. Season 2 opened with a full frontal bisexual orgy. And it makes it's crazy. Despite the claims that woke is dead, Gunn appears to be determined to push his perverted agenda harder than ever, using beloved comic book characters as vehicles for his sexual obsessions. The season premieres features John Cena as Christopher Smith participating in a cocaine-fueled sexual free-for-all, complete with full nudity from both male and female participants. Oh, joy. That sounds exciting to watch. This pornographic graphic content masquerading as superhero entertainment is a full primer on everything wrong in modern comic book adaptations. Nerdrotic called it out. He said, gather the kids. James Gunn made Superman available for digital rental so you can watch it before Peacemaker. See all your favorite DC characters like Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Max Lord, along with Peacemaker, who participates in a cocaine-fueled full frontal bisexual orgy. Now, yes, he's trying to get the, if you see this, people to watch Superman and this together, right? Superman is billed as like a family film and something that you can watch with everybody. This is a TVMA. You see where the problem is. It's trying to get your teenagers to watch this kind of thing immediately. And it is a superhero deal. It isn't really a mature concept. There's no such thing as a mature concept with a superhero. This is how stupid this whole situation's become, and how this edgelord nonsense has gone way too far over the last 20 years in comics, and this is why we have to regress harder back to what comics were meant to be. If you've ever read the original Peacemaker, it was nowhere near anything like this. If you ever read the great stuff by Steve Ditko back in the day, or Wally Wood back in the day, there were actually really good comics, and they actually had real storytelling, none of this nonsense. And so this is what he's doing. Now, Superman was a woke bait and switch as well, and that's what a lot of people aren't talking about. In fact, they're not talking about it because the algorithms on YouTube and X were actually primed to tell you that Superman was a great movie and not woke. I'm serious. I A/B tested this with 2 different YouTube channels and also with 2 different X posts where I said that it wasn't woke and it was a good movie, and the algorithm pushed that very, very much more. And then I said that it was woke and a disaster, and the algorithm didn't push that. So I saw that they actually manipulated these social platforms to manipulate conversations. This is going on these platforms, guys. This is why I really like Substack and urge people to get over there, because you can just tell the truth there. You sign up, you have an email from me, you don't miss any content just because it's not what YouTube thinks you should see. That is something that's very, very important. This is fandompulse.com if you're not on here. And I do all of my reporting on here as well. And so James Gunn's Superman was a very woke movie. It was all about Elon Musk and Twitter and hating Elon Musk and Twitter. It was kind of a self-insert because, of course, James Gunn got fired because of his creepy tweets, if you guys remember, his weird edgelord stuff where he says, here it is, I like it when little boys touch me in my silly place. Shh. And then The Expendables was so manly, I effed the S out of the little pussy boy next to me. The boys are back in town. This is the type of stuff he was posting on X, or used to be Twitter. And this is James Gunn is a pervert. I mean, even if he's joking, this is a weird, perverted thing to do. I don't joke like this. I don't know anybody else who does. So he's a weird pervert, and it's clear from his content now, he's a weird pervert, right? And so this is what they're trying to push into everything. Now, the Superman movie was much more of a straight-up identity politics woke. While it didn't feature any of this kind of thing in it openly on this front, everybody who was like a pro-Superman on the streets was like a brown immigrant, and the white people were bad, right? Lex Luthor is a stand-in for Elon Musk. He even has code monkeys who are out there trying to cancel Superman and all that, showing that that's what's going on. Now, Superman spends the entire movie getting the crap beat out of him, including by a woman, and then he spends it mostly in a prison while he sits around the entire time. And who has to rescue him? Well, Lois Lane and the Mr. Terrific black guy, who's shinier and smarter and better than everybody else. And that's exactly what that whole movie was. Then, of course, there's all the foreign politics with it, with the obvious, sort of Israeli-Palestinian conflict going on right there that he wanted to throw into the movie. It was a giant woke nightmare fest, which had too much in it, so people just couldn't even focus on any of it to actually talk about it, and that's exactly what was going down. Now, this is bleeding into Peacemaker, obviously, as this is going on right here. Opening up a scene like this is just absolutely crazy. I can't believe they would do that, and it's sad because I was just starting to read the comics because people were saying Season 1 was all right, and that they were excited for Season 2. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot because, I try to give things a shot these days, as a lot of us do. But every single time, maybe it's not in the first episode, maybe it's not even the first season at this point, but they're embedding this type of stuff into these things harder than ever before, crazier than ever before, and they're proud of it. If you look at the media articles on this, it's the first time we've seen full frontal male nudity on this scale on a DC film. Like, you're supposed to clap for it or something like that. It's like, that's not something to be proud of. It's just gross, and this is just gross, period. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to sign up for the JDA Comics Substack, guys. This is where real comics are at. You're going to enjoy this storyline. I'm bringing characters back, and I can't wait till AI can get to the point where I can make my own movies and just blow these people out of the water with great, real content. Thanks for being here. Thanks for reading. You can read here. You can read on my web store. There's lots of links in the description below. Thanks for being a part of this great community, and we'll be back soon.